The following video is not intended for children, and I mean way not for children. It is also best enjoyed if you have either finished the quest Aliae Est, or otherwise don't care about spoilers. Hello, SteakDriven here with another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker! Continuing with my all day long recording session that I've done today to do the next phase of the MSQ. As per Lord Quintus' instructions, I am to supervise you during your time here in Tertium. Before you ask, no, I don't have a key or other means to remove your collars, nor would I tell you if I did, and if you try anything, you'll soon wish you hadn't. So, do you truly intend to speak to others, or was that merely a ruse? We're in no hurry to disobey Lord Quintus, if that's what you mean. Perhaps you doubt the wisdom of his decision. Do as you will, but remember, I'll be watching. And if I catch wind of you doing anything untoward, like trying to trick our people into turning their coats and the like, those shock calls are the least of your worries. Understood? Though we're somewhat compromised, to put it lightly, let's not waste this opportunity. I suggest splitting up, gang! And doing that thing where we do the random 3 people to talk to. Okay, so far I've learned it's cold, and they're using a broken A-thread as a light source. They've got a cerulean radio. That's probably what prevented them from getting tempered. They had a way to shield themselves from tempering the whole time. Maybe they just didn't know. This major street in San Francisco knows who I am, and she's gonna try and take revenge on me. That's not gonna work. This guy knows who we are too. Yeah, you wanna smack me in the face? Really? I've beaten primals with my dick! As the twins suspected, they gathered around the radio right as the tempering began. Did you learn anything of note?
Yeah, they really hate me here. Oh, and you were right.
Then your findings are consistent with my own. Their plight is desperate indeed. The sick and injured are at greatest risk. Without warmth and proper nutrition, I fear they will soon perish. I realize there is precious little we can do for them at present, but I cannot bear to see them suffer.
Yeah.
Please, will you help me tend to them?
Yeah, I'm assisting you. Don't know exactly what I'm doing. You look drunk. Who's there? My eyes. Oh, thank you. The numbness is... Oh, I gave him a massage. Got it. Oh, I won't last much longer. You can go help the other people right now. Okay, I'm gonna feed someone, looks like. Yeah. I know we were warned against meddling in their affairs, but we can't leave them like this. Perhaps we might gain permission to have the contingent deliver supplies. Quintus may have made his feelings on the matter rather clear, but even he must recognize they're not in a position to refuse help. Maybe Julius could persuade him, but we'd need to persuade Julius first. It's like Fallout out here.
Well, seen enough.
Yeah, you're in terrible shape here, dude. You need some serious assistance.
Julius, the people here have barely enough food and fuel to survive. Have you and the other soldiers been able to procure any more supplies? We've been scavenging provisions from the nearby houses, as most families kept some stored away in the event they were snowed in. Still, going out and getting it is dangerous work, and we've got a lot of mouths to feed. Fuel is the greater concern, though. We had some cerulean set aside until it was stolen. We haven't identified the culprit. Could have been other refugees, or the afflicted, for all we know. Either way, we're down to the last dregs. Without the heating they need, those in poor health are only going to get worse instead of better. If it's cerulean you need, our contingent has secured us ready to...
We got cerulean, we can give it to you.
We will not accept your charity.
Then you're stupid! We should just leave.
If we can hold on a little longer, the situation is sure to change. Aye, everything will change.
Those mysterious countrymen of yours, I assume?
Heard something of it, have you? Well, from what I've seen, there's little you could do to interfere, so there's no harm in telling you. One of our scouts spotted a hooded man issuing instructions to the afflicted, or in the Bass's words, loyal servants of the Telefori. Then he made his way inside the Imperial Palace, or what stands in its place, Fen Daniel. We'd identified the seat of the enemy's power, we realized. Lord Quintus dispatched a messenger to the 10th Legion, saying as much. and instructing them to join forces with the provincial legions to prepare for a combined assault on Teleferai. Once our allies are alive, your contingent will be sent running to the hills, and then we shall reclaim the capital by our own hand. And how do you intend to survive in the meantime? At this rate, many of your countrymen will perish long before reinforcements reach Garlemald. They need help now. Say the word, and we will bring you ceruleum. Is the whole point of this to show us how fucked up the Garleans are in the head? Because they're doing a great job. I will speak with Lord Quintus.
The Quintesson.
So, did he agree to it?
No.
He will not place Garlemald in the debt of her enemies.
Ah!
Dumb shit. I have, however, been ordered to search for the ceruleum outside. As you are under my watch, you will come with me.
Okay. Alright. Guess we're gonna...
Very well. After all, many hands make light work.
Or in this case, the heaters.
You're a lot more trouble than you're worth.
Oh, you bet I'm trouble.
Once we're outside, you will follow my instructions through the letter. We depart shortly.
We're gonna search for the ceruleum and the, Oh! Hardy har har! His park materials! Oh, this place got flagged.
So, this is the park. I'm surprised they found space for one amongst all these buildings. Actually, the recreational areas came first. The houses were later built around them.
Oh.
A healthy society requires communal spaces for children to play and adults to socialize. The park was named after the founding father of the empire, the great Solus Galvus,
Emmet Selk.
Did we come to extract ceruleum from the wrecked Magitech armor? No. We've already drained it dry. Same goes for the rest of the Makan in this vicinity. But as our ceruleum has been stolen, we must scour the city for every last drop. And while I don't expect to find anything here, I decided to try one more time, just in case something has been overlooked. I see. Then with your permission, we'll commence the search.
You know, Alfie, we could just get ceruleum from our supplier and, you know, trick him into thinking we found it here.
Stop pointing out plot holes, Boom. Good grief.
Short scene, looks like. Alright, short little scene here. Yep. Hey, I didn't find a damn thing.
Oh, it's you. Any luck?
No.
There's no sign of any ceruleum. Hardly surprising, but disappointing nonetheless. I couldn't help but noticing you gazing at the pond. Is something the matter?
Oh, maybe he played here as a kid.
What? Yes, I mean, no, It's just, I used to bring my brother and sister here to play.
Called it.
The pond was heated to stop it from freezing over, so like all other children, they just had to wade in and splash about. Would have stayed there if I didn't drag them out. We'd be sopping wet. When all was said and done, every time. And every time we'd get home, Mother would scold us, saying we'd catch our death walking around like that. The pond was heated. Hey, there could be a ceruleum heater down there. With a ceruleum-powered heater by chance. I suppose it must have been. Come to think of it, I remember seeing engineers changing out a tank beneath a hatch.
Oh, where's the booby hatch?
But that was a long time ago, and the water still flowed clear and wasn't this brackish muck. We can't see a thing, and I can't remember where the hatch might be. With the machinery most likely broken, the amount of filth in there is probably the only reason it hasn't frozen over. I'd wager it's still unbearably cold, though.
You're gonna jump right in, aren't you?
Julius, what are your thoughts on magic? The average Garlean would jump out of their skin if they saw it, but the first has seen a few foreign signiferi and medici, so it doesn't scare me. Wait a minute, don't they have signifiers and medicas in their fucking army? In the... Oh, maybe those aren't... Oh, maybe those are auxiliaries. Maybe they're not pure-blooded Garleans. Then I take it you won't mind if I employ a little now. Alphinaud, as you have a knack for finding dry wood, why don't you bring me some? Once that's done, a blast of a fire should do the trick. Leave it to me. You're not planning to go in there, are you?
Oh, she probably is.
Of course I am. The tank isn't going to fetch itself.
That's our alley.
It's nothing so involved as extracting unprocessed cerulean from a frozen lake like how the tappers do it. We're talking about a shallow pond in a park, and we have a way of warming ourselves up after.
But that's insane. That's alley.
So, fancy a dip?
Step aside while I drink the pond dry. That's the way it... Let me tell you something. Ever since Shastola put that sweater on, I've been thirsty.
That may be the stupidest thing I've heard in a while, and that's saying something considering who my brother is.
Hey, I only said it to cheer you up, Allie.
I can't fault your enthusiasm, though. Let's do it my way first, and if that doesn't work, perhaps we can try your method with Alphinaud's help.
Once again, Allie, I was kidding to make you laugh. But I'm serious about Yastola's sweater making me thirsty. My God! How? It shows less of her! And it's sexier! I found the booby hatch!
Calls for Burby. I found a cerulean tank. It's apparently invisible. However, your grand discovery comes at a great personal cost as you become acutely aware of the freezing cold and rancid odor emanating from every ilm of your body. Julius will doubtless feel compelled to pinch his nose shut when you deliver him to your prize. Did you find anything? I hope you did.
Yeah. Ugh, gross.
That's it. And there's still some ceruleum left. Ah, the fire's still not ready. Hold on. I'll give Alphinaud a hand. Call me an Uldon, because by fire I am reborn, and my clothes are mostly now dry too. I appreciate you recovering the ceruleum, but I wish you'd taken the time to discuss the plan with me beforehand. Despite the way you've been treated, in Lord Quintus's eyes, your envoy's deserving of protection. If you were to die by my watch, he would still be most displeased. Your concern is duly noted, but all's well that ends well. Julius, you mentioned coming here with your younger siblings. Did you grow up in Garlemald? I did, not far from here. My father was an accomplished researcher in his youth, and for his contributions to the Empire, was awarded an estate. We lived well, better than many. And what was Garlemald like in those days? Everything. It was everything you could imagine, and so much more. Even during the coldest winters, we always found warmth and comfort at home. Coming in from the snow, taking off your coat and sitting down for a hot meal with family, visiting friends and relatives, receiving that same welcome, knowing they had everything they needed. Walking down the street, seeing the lights in all the houses, hearing the faint sounds of laughter and song, of happiness. And although the summers came and went all too quickly, in that brief respite, the ice would melt and the forgotten grass would make its triumphant return. Grey clouds gave way to blue skies. Some mornings we'd climb to the top of the tallest building we could find to watch the sunrise. Never again. Those rooftops are rubble, those friends dead, and those memories. But if I could reclaim even a fraction of what we once had. Soon, our chance will come. We just need to hold on a little bit longer. The quest ends on this somber note. No good deed. Alright, now that you've recovered from your escapades in the pond, there's another location I'd like to search, just outside the park.
Alright, let's go.
As you can see, this place is littered with the remnants of various types of war machina. While my comrades have already recovered the tanks from the less damaged units, those that took a more severe beating are harder to scavenge. We decided to save those for another time, that time being now.
Alright, we're gonna go scavenge some frickin' Magitech. Alright, we use a low-grade explosive to bust open some war machina, and then we deliver half a cerulean tank over here to Julius.
You've done it again. Truly, luck is on your side.
I think it's the blessing of the light, really.
Oh, it's a mini-lease! See that? She's a mini-lease. With this, we should be able to refuel quite a few of our heaters. It's time we headed back. Wait here while I go see how Alisaie and Alphinaud are faring.
Okay.
Okay, we just gotta talk to old reliable Mr. Destination, the Destination NPC, and we wait. And it's cutscene time!
Finally escaped the watchful gaze of your keepers, have we?
Thancred?
Don't react. You'll only draw attention to yourself. Just carry on as you are and listen.
Okay.
After you left with the Garlean lad, Lucia bade a few of us scouts follow you at a discreet distance.
Smart!
We observed you being led into the station, but decided against venturing inside. When you emerged sometime later, and we saw that the twins were sporting Magitech collars, it was clear what had taken place. Now, as quietly as you can, tell me everything. The Legatus himself, eh? Now there's a surprise. This is also the first I've heard of a plan to join forces with the 10th and storm the Tower of Babel. An interesting development, and perhaps the opportunity we've been waiting for.
How so?
Our comrades back at the camp also received some rather promising news, but it's still too early to get our hopes up.
Oh, you're not gonna tell me what it is, are you?
For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them.
Okay, but I'm not cleaning toilets.
With luck, this will all be over soon. Until then.
What a badass.
They had not gone far.
We searched high and low, but no luck, I'm afraid. I might have guessed you'd be the only one to find anything.
Yeah, it's a main character power.
I wasn't expecting much to begin with. Eventually, there will be nothing left out here for us to safely salvage. For now, this will have to suffice. We should return to the station.
Alrighty.
There was more to the cutscene after all.
Ah, there you are. Heard you'd gone hunting for ceruleum above ground.
Yeah, we found some.
Brought back a king's ransom?
Hardly. But thanks to these three, we have enough to last a little while longer.
They still need food and stuff.
Well, well. It's not at all as I was expecting, these ones. For savages, they seem positively docile. It's a poor attempt at humor.
Yeah, Ali, docile.
In all honesty, I'm grateful for your efforts. But even with another night of warmth, there are those among us who may not live to see the morrow.
It's possible.
I trust your expedition was fruitful.
No, we didn't find a single apple or orange.
Lord Quintus!
Hey, he's walking.
Use what you procured to refuel the armor.
Not the heaters. Oh.
But, sir, what about the heaters for the camp?
The time for action is upon us. My men and I have matters to discuss. In the meantime, you are to wait here. Do not forget, you are being watched.
I get it, man. I get it. I get it. We're being watched. Yeah.
The time for action. What did he mean by that?
I can only speculate. Clearly something requiring their magitech, given what we just heard. Whether they plan to utilize it now, or after they join with the 10th, is another question. Will they ever escape this cold? Return to and reclaim the idyllic spaces of which Jullus spoke?
Jullus? I thought it was Julius. Like, they would have to rebuild.
Finished your war, Council?
Alphinaud and Alisaie are to stay here as our prisoners. They will be released once your comrades have relinquished their supplies and withdrawn from Garlean soil.
Allie, can we just kick their asses, please?
Until our terms are met, they will be detained at a separate location.
After everything we've said and done, this is how you treat us.
Son of a bitch.
Our allies have but limited supplies. They may stave off cold and starvation for a short while, but what then?
He's wavering. Come on, we gotta convince him. Gotta convince him. Gotta convince him that it's wrong.
For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them.
Everything will be alright. Have faith. I'm guessing Thancred's gonna come in here, guns blazing, or buns blazing, whichever. We have Vieira in the army.
Get them out of here.
You giant wankers. Oh, well, Thancred knows what he's doing.
Have you done as instructed?
What do you mean by ask the ill?
I'm not at liberty to divulge that. What I can say is you have no cause for concern if our demands are met. You and I are in this together now. Like it or not, you have to cooperate. What? There's another matter. A place you'd like to visit on the way to camp? Okay, short walk, follow me. Meet you there. Julius lingers by the ruins, reluctant to leave, reluctant to stay, unable to move on. Oh my god, is that the fucking war mech from Final Fantasy 1? I saw that! I saw it! Did you see that? You see that shit?
Was this his house?
This is my home. Our home. At least it was, until that night. I was with Lord Quintus when the capital fell, and thus spared. My family who did not own a radio were less fortunate. When dawn came,
Weren't you
I made
rich?
my way here. My parents, my little brother and sister, they were still inside.
Oh, they were tempered, weren't they?
They weren't themselves, and they tried to.
Oh man, that's rough.
I had to.
And that's why you refuse to believe that there's a cure, because if there was, then...
Not long after, they found a cure. A goddamn cure! So if you hadn't killed him, he might have lived.
I'd promised to take them away from the capital that very morning, to somewhere safe, to hide until the fighting stopped. I promised.
I know how you feel. I promised Min's I'd protect her. And
Garlean flag bears a chain. The bonds between our countrymen.
Oh.
A red link at its center. The blood of the fallen. Our loved ones who lived and died for Garlemald.
So that's what that symbol means. Okay.
But if she too fell, who would be left to remember them and their sacrifice? What enduring proof would there be that they were ever here?
I don't have the answer.
If we had turned to your gods, would they have saved us?
Possibly.
I'm sorry, forget I spoke. We should go.
He had to kill his own family, and then now he's hearing, oh, there's a cure. It's like, what do you mean there's a fucking cure? Like, I just killed them because I thought there was no cure.
It's no use.
Believe me, I do not enjoy being here any more than you. But he wanted us to play along, so that is what we will do.
Aww. Wholesome sibling cuddle. Aww.
It's so cold.
Well, body heat's the best way to destroy hypothermia.
Painfully so. Unbearably.
I can't stand watching this to suffer! Oh.
I've been thinking about what Quintus said. About why no one would accept Garlean rule.
This Garlean rule kinda sucked.
Irreconcilable differences. When coexistence isn't an option, only conquest remains. Varus at Gimlet said much the same. Only by uniting the world beneath a single standard would we rid ourselves of the Ascians.
Which is not true, because the Ascians created the Empire.
United as one people. One race cleansed of imperfections.
Sounds scary.
A cold and unforgiving vision. And when we fail to live up to their standards, what place is there for us in their world?
That's why their standards suck. Racist ass motherfuckers.
But the truly sad, truly frustrating thing is how damnably similar it all is to the lofty ideals of Father and the Forum.
You don't say.
Non-intervention. Always non-intervention. Protect our knowledge and our people, and to hells with the rest of you.
Allie, you're preaching to the choir, but yeah, I get it. It's such a good scene.
And yet,
it's so sad, though.
I can see how it happened. Varus and Father looked to their elders for guidance and took their virtues as their own. But for this world was of their making. In who else could they place their trust? All of us lost in a sea of chaos. Searching desperately for purpose and meaning. But it shouldn't just be an extension of another's. It has to be ours. It has to be.
Yeah.
We all have a stake in this world. No one should be silenced.
I won't deny that we lack the experience of people such as Father or Quintus. Perhaps they've come to see the world as a series of problems, and the most efficient way of solving them, to reduce everything to fundamental forms. A stone is a stone, a cloud, a flower, no more than that. Simple descriptions that strip the subject of distinguishing characteristics. A man is a man, divided according to race, creed, or allegiance, and to some, defined by such associations.
Is that what you think?
In my misbegotten youth. But what I believed wisdom was no more than aggressive ignorance. I've since learned to look beyond the banners and the politics. To see people as individuals with their own hopes and dreams. As for my dream of building a better world, well, every day I'm reminded that it is far more complex than I had ever imagined.
Yeah, no kidding. The more you play this game, the more complicated it gets.
But it only spurs me onward. To find the wisdom and the strength to see it through to the very end.
Wisdom, courage, and power. Gotta have all three.
All of our supplies and an immediate withdrawal. These are your conditions?
Demands. And you forgot about the airship. Once again, you will leave one behind. It will be used to return the prisoners. Their collars will be removed prior to the exchange.
Could have just kicked their asses, you know.
So in the end, not even Father's expertly worded rhetoric could deter you from your chosen course.
Oh, because his rhetoric was bullshit.
Huh?
Not that I thought for a moment that it would. I've no love for violence, of course, but ours is a cause worth fighting for.
Yeah,
I just wish he'd realize it too.
Extreme pacifism is toxic as shit. Like,
sometimes the only way to protect the ones
shit.
you love is to take a stand. To refuse to suffer in silence.
Oh, please
I
stop
want you to
throwing
know
death
I
flag,
share
Ellie.
your conviction. Whether it be on the battlefield or in the debating chamber, I won't back down.
I hope she doesn't die. I
guess
really do.
what
I really
I'm
hope
saying
I hope she
is-
lives.
You've found your own reason to fight.
Yes. Yes, I have. God's willing, there will come a day when we can finally lay down our arms, and there will be peace.
Wouldn't it be lovely?
But not until the Telophoroi have been defeated once and for all.
Yeah.
And you, brother, will have a vital part to play. By your words and deeds, you'll lead the way.
And those magic guns of yours.
I pray I am up to the task.
There'll always be naysayers. Those who think us fools for even trying.
There's always gonna be some.
It's easy for
jerks.
learned elites to criticize earnest efforts and assert their moral superiority, all without offering alternatives.
Yep. Well, of course they do. That's what those Jagos do.
Not that their sophistry has ever wounded you. So stubborn and strong. Stronger than you even know. Don't ever change, you hear me? If you stumble, I'll be there to catch you. Or give you a thick ear. Maybe both, for good measure.
Thank you, Alisaie.
Aw, they do love each other. Aw. Oh, is it a rescue party? Hell yeah. Who do we got? Estinian!
The scouts have secured Alisaie and Alphinaud. Their collars were removed without complication as well. They report no casualties, not for their party nor the guards, who will wake from their premature slumber in due course.
It would appear the situation has changed.
Translation: suck my
Proposed new
balls!
terms. We have information that will be of great interest to Lord Quintus, and I wish to speak with him in person.
Oh my god, you know what? She's Livia's sister. This could be an interesting conversation.
No. In the event you rejected our first proposal, we came prepared with a second.
Oh, do tell. Ah! That's not a proposal at all! That's an attack!
Ambush!
Wait,
More
this music...
coming! Make ready!
Is this music what I think it is?
The loyal soldiers of the First Legion, proud servants of Garlemald,
It sounds like...
of the fallen Emperor Varys, shall safeguard these lands
You
from the
had your chance.
barbarian hordes until our countrymen return!
You had your chance. You blew it.
Stop,
Now-
both of you!
Whoa! White Mage Mojo.
This child may be the worst emissary I have ever seen.
We received an urgent communication from the Grand Company of Eorzea. Envoys from the Imperial Army, led by members of the 10th Legion, came to Alamigo and requested an audience.
The reinforcements aren't
They
coming!
explained that their efforts to coordinate the reclamation of the capital with the aid of the 4th, 5th, 8th, and 12th had ended in failure. Communication between most legions has broken down entirely. Most of the 10th's conscripts have deserted, leaving their forces severely depleted. That is why, unable to continue the fight on their own, they and their allies turned to the Grand Company of Eorzea for aid.
Wow.
Lies. Every word.
It is the truth, and I have not finished. The 10th has requested that we deliver a message to Lord Quintus. Have the ill stand down.
The fuck is the ill?
You have been listening, my lord? What are your orders?
Yeah, there's no reinforcements coming.
Inform her that we will honor the 10th's decision.
Woohoo! All right.
Bereft of hope, and now dignity.
Oh, shut up. You're still alive, ain't you? You'd rather die than... Oh, whatever.
I release you from your duty. All of you.
Oh, do we still get our passions? Not a good time to ask that, Barry. Oh.
I take solace, your radiance, in the knowledge you are not here to witness our debasement.
Hey, it's
'Twas
the
a
ass's
grand,
fault.
glorious dream we shared.
Is he gonna kill himself? Probably.
Of a world united, of peace and prosperity. We are ghosts, you and I, memories of days gone by.
What's with that singer?
Bonds forged in blood. that I will not see tarnished.
The drama's really good, but the fucking radio is killing it. Oh shit, he is... Game? I was joking! God, I gotta stop making jokes like that because they keep fucking coming true. Don't tell me we get a bloody discretion shot. Ugh.
Quickly! We have to reach the station before it's too late.
Ah, it'll be too late.
Oh,
If there is still a chance that Quintus will agree to a truce, we must take it.
No, he already agreed.
I just hope we get there before he and his men do something rash.
Well, they don't know that. Like, they don't know how it's gone. Oh, shit. Are they gonna witness it? Oh, jeez. Too late. Oh, he did it. He ended himself. That's fucked, man. Holy shit. I wish we got to see this character before. Like, I wish he was set up a lot more. Then this death would have had so much more of an impact. But if you think about it, this guy was essentially the leader of the Praetorian Guard, like their equivalent of the Praetorian Guard. So him being dead is a big deal. But in game, we don't really see him that much at all. Like, we just saw him in this expansion, as far as I know, right? I mean, all right. Meet you in the next thingamaboober. All right, now we talk to Lucia. Much and more has occurred since last we met. As for determining what comes next, we must speak with Lord Quintus. Oh, they don't know. They don't know. They're about to find out. They are about to find out in the next one. That's our show. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, please be sure to leave a like, a share, and a subscribe. Have a good day.
Fly me to the moon and let me play with all the swords. Then I'm gonna eat chicken nuggies by the score.